WNYC Studios is supported by Odoo. When you buy business software from lots of vendors, the costs add up and it gets complicated and confusing. Odoo solves this. It's a single company that sells a suite of enterprise apps that handles everything from accounting to inventory to sales. Odoo is all connected on a single platform in a simple and affordable way. You can save money without missing out on the features you need. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
To Wemby. Wemby tries a three, puts it up, off the mark. Anunoby the rebound. It's over. It's over. Knicks fans, this is not a dream. Your long, long wait has ended. Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
Ernie Johnson on the ABC call at the end of Game 5 the other night. And we're going to end the show with one more thought about sort of the uniqueness of the celebration in the city after the Knicks won the championship Saturday night. And it's going to come from Matt Flegenheimer from the New York Times. He has a story out with this headline: Knicks give their city something new, impossible joy. Maybe for Knicks fans, never has a better headline been written. And we can take a few more phone calls. We did this at the beginning of the show a little bit, but particularly on this angle that he's bringing. 212-433, WNYC 433-9692. Call or text. Hey, Matt, thanks for coming on with us. Do we have Matt?
Oh. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, did I say that was Ernie Johnson? That was Mike Breen, wasn't it? Of course it was Mike Breen. Ernie was after all of that. But here's what I really keyed on in your story, that New York's big shared moments tend to be tragedies. 9/11, Sandy, COVID. And that this is almost disorienting because it's just good. That thought really brought me up short when I read it in your article, because what are those other things that have made seemingly any New Yorker make knowing eye contact with any other New Yorker? They were all those horrible things, and this is the opposite.
Absolutely, and it's really disorienting. It's almost a permission structure to experience that kind of joy in a way that, obviously, given the length of time between championships, a lot of Knicks fans didn't necessarily think they would see. But to have it be the city's game and to have so many people rowing in the same direction for reasons that are not inherently tragic, as you mentioned. In general, in a city this big, so little is felt universally, as we say in the piece. Even other sports teams that are, cherished in the city, Mets and Yankees, Jets and Giants. With respect to the Brooklyn Nets, there's really not a credible competitor to the Knicks in basketball. And to see this team come back so many times as it did, I think there was an amazing line actually in the radio call from Tyler Murray, I think is the radio announcer for the Knicks, at the final buzzer, after the final buzzer, that it was a team that proved that no lead is too big and no guard is too small. And I feel like that sensibility really appealed to the city and brought out something that we haven't seen a lot of in recent years, which is a sort of collective joy at the same thing.
It's funny that you mentioned that call. I will admit that I was actually listening to a lot of that last game on the radio while watching the visual on the TV, because I like the radio announcer so much. Nothing against Mike Breen, who's fabulous.
No, Mike Breen's great, but they're fantastic. Monica
and Monica McNutt, just awesome on the radio, and more personal, to the Knicks fan, obviously, being the New York broadcast instead of the national. Marvin in Brooklyn wants to share a little particular kind of love for Mr. Brunson. Hey, Marvin, you're on WNYC.
Thank you for putting me on. And also just going back to a discussion you had a couple of weeks ago with the true New Yorker is a sustaining member of NYC.
Very nice of you, but go ahead.
I think what's and this is related, what's not getting enough publicity is the wonderful thing that Jalen did when he came to the Knicks. He forfeited $108 million in order to let the team have the resources to build what turned out to be this championship team. This self-sacrifice for the good of the team and for a larger purpose is so missing from our society. Paul Krugman has talked about Elon Musk being a Ponzi scheme. He made $1 trillion. Jalen is showing the value of not just doing things for yourself. And this is one of the things he should be a role model for children.
Absolutely. This is the segment where I thought Elon Musk was not going to get mentioned. But Marvin, thank you very much. And Matt, he makes a wonderful point, and I think about, even in a larger sense, one of the sources of such joy around this team is that there wasn't one superstar. Now Brunson is, I think, legitimately. Sure. But going in, it was, this team, they might win the championship, but, they don't have a LeBron James. They don't have a Michael Jordan. They don't have a Shaq. And it was, we saw all these role players thrive at different moments. OG one day, Cat another day. Brunson, who was to some eyes underperforming earlier in the series, taking it all on his back at the end when the other guys were in foul trouble in the last game. And that there's something to that, right?
Absolutely. And even Brunson, if you think about his biography, obviously, undersized for basketball anyway.
Right, 6'2".
Sure. A great player in college, but, was not drafted highly, was not seen as the top priority for his former team in Dallas. And I think partly because of his father, who was a Knick journeyman in the 90s, understood that winning here would just mean a lot more. And I think this team across the board really seems to understand the city. Karl Anthony Towns grew up nearby in a suburb in Jersey. Jose Alvarado, obviously, who was out at the Puerto Rican Day Parade yesterday, yes. Is a native New Yorker, went to Christ the King. I mean, there is a certain understanding that even the players who are not from here seem to have about the city and what it means to win here.
And Karl Anthony Towns paying tribute to his mother the way he did, and what Marvin brings up, the idea of taking less money than you might be able to get somewhere else, or in your contract negotiations, because it helps build the team as a winner instead of just yourself. Jeannie in Greenwich Village, you're on WNYC. Hi, Jeannie.
Oh, hi. Thanks so much for taking my call. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I just want to say the world is so, I'm getting teared up. The world is so horrifying these days and so sad. And I feel like there was a hunger for the level of jubilation that we all felt. And Jalen Brunson and that amazing team just obliged us in allowing us to experience that jubilation. So thank you again. And thank you, Knicks.
Nicely said, Jeannie. And as a last thought, real quick, Matt, I mean, she's talking about jubilation and she's crying. So many tears.
So many
in
tears.
The city.
And it's such a poignant point well made. It's for a city that has gone through a lot, as any city does, but New York, everything is sort of felt in the extreme here for its size and its New Yorkness, and to have a champion like this and to do it in the way that this team did move so many people and for the right reasons. It's compelling to see, and unlike what a lot of New Yorkers have had to deal with for years and years, basketball
New
and
York
otherwise.
Times correspondent Matt Flegenheimer, thanks for your thoughtful piece.
Thanks, Brian.
And that's the Brian Lehrer Show for today, produced by Lisa Allison, Mary Croak, Amina Cerna, Carl Boisrond, and Esperanza Rosenbaum, Juliana Fonda, and Milton Ruiz at the audio controls. Stay tuned for Allison.
WNYC Studios is supported by AT&T. Summer. It's when we share more time, more memories, and more photos. And at AT&T, the iPhone 17 Pro is your summer essential. Its center stage front camera auto-adjusts the frame to fit everyone into group selfies. Right now at AT&T, ask how you can get iPhone 17 Pro on them with eligible trade-in. Requires eligible plan. Terms and restrictions apply, subject to change. Visit att.com/iPhone or visit an AT&T store for details.